Hi guys, we're at the pit stop at Fontana, the Fontana Village Restaurant General Store. They serve gas and they got pizza and I think beer and all inside this little store. And I had to come bring another pack down here to Fontana. Somebody were slack packing. I ran into another person that's attempting a through hike and give him a ride down here for a few minutes. So I'm gonna just get his name and information. What's your name or trail name?
Well, my trail name I started with was question mark, and it's gotten shortened to Q.
Okay.
Real name is Mike Simpson.
Okay. Now, how did you get the question mark? Who named that, or what?
You know, I sort of gave that to myself because when I first started thinking about this, it was just a barrage of questions that you immediately had to answer. You know, northbound, southbound, tent or hammock, stove or no stove.
I like that.
It just went on and on and on, and each one of them, you know, kind of iron out a question, and so.
I like that.
String of questions.
And I always ask about how you go.
The status from now till Katahdin is a question mark. Whether I'm going to make it or not.
Okay.
So.
And then they shortened it just to Q.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Question. Now, where are you from? Question.
I'm from just south of St. Louis.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Yep.
And when did you first think about doing the Appalachian Trail?
You know, I first heard about it when I was probably 20-ish, around 20, and
3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, you know, like, well, who has the money and the time to do a, you know, that kind of, you know, from Georgia to Maine? That's crazy. And the closer I got to retirement, the more I thought, well, I do.
Yeah, you got the money and you got the time now. So, and you know, there's more older people this year than ever.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's growing and growing by leaps and bounds. The people over 50 years old are just really, really large numbers.
I've noticed there's a large community of older folks that I've shouldered with, yeah.
Are you traveling with a group or one or two people or something?
Just by happen chance, hooked up with a fella who picked up the name Sherpa, Steve,
okay.
And another guy who he was going by Bach, but he's kind of got renamed Weatherman because he's so accurate.
Really? So, well, he's good to be around.
Oh yeah, he said it's going to rain in 40 minutes, and it was like 43 minutes later. Started raining. He's like,
wow.
Really
well, I say he's good to be around. He might not be good if he tells you we got a storm coming or we got snow coming.
Right.
You don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
Now, what's anything interesting happened to you since you've been out here that you didn't think would happen? You know, everything working okay for you and all that?
Oh, I mean, you know, I think a lot of my learning curve is probably similar to everybody else's. It's a little bit harder, physically harder than you think it's going to be. Everybody says it's hard, and then you do it, and it is hard.
Well,
then it's
go ahead.
You're conquering the cold. We started early, you know, in February. Well, you expect it to be cold, but the trade-off is, man, the views are just, because you don't have any foliage.
You can see so far.
There's views everywhere, you know. It's just incredibly beautiful.
I asked somebody, or made a statement to somebody yesterday, and I'm starting to make it more and more. And I basically say this: do you think the human mind is capable of understanding how difficult this is without actually doing it?
Yeah, it's funny, that exact question. Like 2 days ago, Sherpa was saying, you know, there's no way to relate this.
I don't think there is.
You know, the degree of difficulty and the just how gorgeous. You know, I mean, it's without doing it, it's hard to relate.
I believe you're right.
Even, I mean, the pictures don't begin to do justice. Videos help, but they don't. They still don't.
They can't show you the pain it caused and all that. Right. And then everything about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, and there's also, like, we met. You know, I mean, we just let off Bluegrass and Sunshine. Just got out, and the folks that you meet, you know, that you really do genuinely get a sense of. I don't know if family's the right word, but it's nice to meet folks that you know, and then see them again. It's like old neighbors. Yeah. You know.
Now, you told me in the truck coming down here that you didn't have a finish time. You didn't need to be finished at a certain time because you're retired. Are you wanting, or did you want to really try to be through before October though, or?
Oh yeah, I'd like to beat the cold if I can, but you know, I don't like being cold.
Okay. How do you get back home after you summit? Have you even thought about that?
I've been asked. I don't have a plan.
Don't have a plan? That's good. That's probably the best way to do it.
My plan was, day one, I want to try to get up that hill, and I didn't have anything set after that, and I've kind of taken it that way day by day.
And you did the approach trail?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Did you stay when you did the approach trail, did you go all the way to the Springer Plaque, or did you stop?
Went all the way to Springer. Actually did the 0.2 miles of the trail that first day.
Okay.
So to the shelter there.
Okay.
Just a smidge past
Yeah,
it.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And then from there, did you go to Hawk or?
I went to Hawk tent sites. Yep,
Okay, and then
from
the
there,
Gooch, probably?
And then Gooch, yes.
Yeah,
Gooch.
okay. Did you stay at the cabins at Blood Mountain? Or did you stay at
No.
at Neil's Gap?
I stayed at Neil's Gap Mountain Crossing at
Okay, you stayed at the hostel there.
Yeah.
What about any other hostels? Have you stayed at any?
I did. I did Top of Georgia,
Top of Georgia.
one night, and then I did Gooders Grove.
Oh,
there
in Franklin? In Franklin, okay.
Kind of dodging the cold.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah,
days.
y'all have had some cold weather.
Yeah.
And the rain, I mean, this year it's been a lot more rainier than it was last year.
Yeah.
Last year had more snow, but this year's got a lot more rain, you know.
But at every turn, especially in Georgia, there were streams. You didn't even need to look at your gut hooks for water because there's water everywhere. You know.
Right, right.
You're crossing streams regularly.
I've been asking the question, if you had one piece of advice to tell somebody that's going to do it next year, what would it be?
You know, no matter what somebody says to you, you're gonna, you know, I remember being like a year out, and it just kind of consumes you. Think a lot about what's it going to be like, how's it going to be, and I mean, there's really no way to relate it. I mean, do your best at research and try to figure out like the best stuff you can. Try to get it as light as you can, but you know, within your comfort zone of spending because it's directly proportional.
Yes, yes.
And then, you know, get out and do something physical to get your cardio up.
Okay.
To be kind of ready for that side of it, and then I go for it. You know, it's a.
How light are you? How heavy is your pack?
I started at 26, which is a pretty light pack.
Yeah.
It's not ultra light, but it's pretty light for this early, because I got winter gear. I think I probably gained 2 or 3 pounds because I bought a couple of warmer things.
Okay.
In Franklin, but around 30 at the most.
2 quick questions. First, what do you miss most about being not at home?
My wife.
Okay,
and
that's a
family.
good answer too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing about
Yes. Yes.
leaving.
Yes.
It's like, that's
And you know,
hard.
it's really hard for us that y'all leave behind. You know,
Yeah.
when my wife left.
Hats off to the folks that are at home and.
And I want to do a video on that because I tell you what, it's tough for a spouse to stay back and worry about if he's, you know, if they've getting hurt, hadn't
Yeah.
heard from him in 2 days, and I hope he's
imagine.
doing okay. And it's just you know, it's a lot of anxiety that goes along with all that.
Yeah.
So, and that support system back home is real essential to you
Right.
being successful. I know you'll agree to that.
Yeah.
Have you have any drop boxes or anything?
I don't have any.
Okay,
I haven't
you just
done
going
any-
as you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of surprised to go. Well, I'm at a gas stop buying lunches.
Yeah.
Dinners.
Yeah, that's showing it what it's like. I've been playing with this funny little statement, the next question. If tomorrow night, or if you go in the first night in the Smokies, you could have a helicopter drop you anything you want to eat, what do you think it would be?
Probably wouldn't be ramen.
Okay, okay.
I don't know.
I know, I'm with
You know,
you.
it's funny because out here, it is incredible what, you know, like a package of potatoes tastes so good.
Right.
So, you know, it's like everything's really, really, really good.
Well,
on
I've
the
had
trail.
people answer shredded wheat, cornflakes, and
don't know.
I'm sitting here thinking lobster, or,
Well,
you know,
Probably something heavy.
heavy, okay.
that you would never
carry, right. Yeah, like a 32-ounce steak.
About day 3 or 4, I came across the guy. His name's Mission. His trail
Mission's
name.
here, he just come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they may have renamed me Mission Impossible. I'm not sure. But
No, I
anyway,
think
he's going
still-
by Mission
yeah.
still, I think. And he was standing in the middle of the trail eating an avocado.
My wife eat them all the time.
And
She
I
carried
said,
them all.
man, that looks good. Where did you get that? He said, I've been carrying 3 of these things green since Springer. And I said, brilliant.
My wife carried one. She cut it in half, took the seed out, and put it in a Ziploc.
Yeah.
And she tells everybody out here, you know, with it, we meet,
Yeah.
and they start carrying avocado because it is good for
Well,
you
it's good
too.
fat.
It is.
And,
Yeah.
and they're good to eat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to keep you any longer. I know this is your 0 day, I think, and I don't want to take too much time of
Yeah.
it. Anybody you want to say hello to before we
Well,
close
just
out?
hi to everybody and thanks for your
Especially-
support and love.
Okay, God bless.
Jimmy, nice to meet you and God bless you.
God bless every step you take between here and Katahdin. Hope we see a summit picture someday.
Thank you.
Hi guys, we're still here at the Knock at the NOC at the Rivers Inn Cafe restaurant, and Got somebody that just walked up. Y'all probably recognize her before she even tells her name. She's on YouTube or out there on social media. I know a good bit. People have been telling me, and I've been reading her stuff. And I'm going to just let her tell us who she is and a little bit about herself, and then we'll ask her a few questions.
So I'm Lady Di. I'm from Minnesota. I just retired and decided to hike the Appalachian Trail. This is day 20 on the trail. I'm having the time of my life. What else do you want to know?
Tell them about your channel.
I don't have a channel.
Well, but you blog or something, don't you?
Nope.
Well, everybody's just talking about you, I guess, and all the other ones. Because your name is all over there.
I'm so royal, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no, I post on Facebook. That's
did you do some hikes earlier in the last year or something, and with some other women or something?
No. Well, in 2017, I did a lash from Springer to Fontana, and I skipped a couple sections and stuff. I did it in March through hiker season to kind of see what it would be like.
Now I know Artemis talked about you. I just saw Artemis.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So I thought doing that would get it out of my system, but it just made me want to do it more. So I had to work a couple more years to retire. So now I'm kind of a cliche. I'm one of those in the bubble that retired and hit the trail. Yeah.
Now, will you have any assistance along the trail? Anybody, family or friends that come out to meet you to maybe do stuff for you?
No. Well, I'm from Minnesota. It's a long way from the trail.
Yeah, that's a long ways from home. You're right. You're right.
I have a nephew that says that may come and do a section with me. So, but I don't have no. I'm doing my own some resupply boxes and.
Did you name yourself? Lady Di.
Not really, but it wasn't on the Appalachian Trail. It's from previous.
You just had it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a dual citizen, Canadian and U.S. citizen, and I'm not quite. I don't even remember how I got it now.
That's okay. Now, are you satisfied with all your gear, Lady Di?
Yes.
Okay. And your mileage? What kind of mileage are you doing per day at this stage?
I'm taking it easy because I'm old and I don't want to injure out. So I've done 11, 12 miles is my longest day. I've done 30 miles in the last 3 days.
Yeah. Do you have a time or a date you want to try to go into the Smokies?
No.
Okay. And no finish time, just whenever you get there.
That's
the best way to do it.
That's the good thing about being retired.
A guy told me the other day, I asked him when he wanted to get through, and he said somewhere between 9 and 364 days.
Yeah, exactly.
And I said, well, that's a good answer. I love that answer.
Exactly.
I asked a kid just a few minutes ago, sitting on the bench, is he anything he's thinking about up in front of us now between here and Katahdin? He said, no, I'm just thinking about Katahdin. I said, well, that's a good place to think about. Have you had any very much trail magic? Because I just asked this question to somebody.
Just yesterday.
Yeah, and that was Stuart and his wife.
Last night, Stuart.
Yeah, they're still here.
I had a hot dog, and I just ran into him in the
Yeah, they're still right here by me, right behind me, right here.
Yeah, that was my first real trail magic.
That's very cool.
Great.
That's very cool. Now, and you're staying here in the bunkhouse tonight.
I am.
Have you stayed in very many hostels, Lady Di?
I have.
And which, top of Georgia?
Top of Georgia, took a couple zeros there.
What about in Franklin? Baltimore Jack or Gooder?
Gooder Grove.
Gooder Grove,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
And do you have anything in front of you that you're looking forward to that you know about?
I'm going home in May because my youngest daughter is graduating from college, so I'm going to take a week or 10 days
Wherever
off.
you are, that's where you'll get off.
Yep. I'm going to have to just figure it out.
Has the logistics been hard being out here or not necessarily?
Not really. I mean, I just started, and I haven't had to do anything off trails.
Right, okay. Well, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Anybody you want to say hello to before I let you get away from it?
My kids, Claire and Emily.
Okay, Mom's doing good.
Thanks
Looks like she's doing good. She's coming down here real strong. God bless every step between here and Katahdin, Lady Di.